So, is this Iran and Israeli war what it's going to take to start this famine that I got a prophecy about in 2021? That's why I'm asking. Okay, so I'm keeping up with the news. When I say the news, guys, I'm talking about the international, the global one. And the things that I'm seeing transpiring right now, such as like certain straits are being closed by Iran, and to transport oil, importing and exporting oil, and only certain people can come in and out, and anybody who got anything to do with the U.S. of A, that's going to be a no-go. Okay, there will be an attacking going on. Okay, I'm also seeing that they want to trade only in the Chinese yen, and they're no longer trading in the USA. The USD to the A. Yeah. Also, I see that Iran has three major demands. Look, I'm gonna post this stuff on my Patreon because I know they're not gonna let me post it here, or if it posts here, I'm sure it's gonna be deleted. So we're not gonna play that game, but basically, they got three demands for the US of A. Number one, yeah, you're going to have to shut everything down. Yeah, you're gonna have to pack up your bags and you're gonna have to get to stepping. Number two, you're gonna have to pay some reparations, okay, for all the traumatization that you've done. And so far they've added that up to 800 billion dollars. And so, with that being said, they said that they need the first 500 billion within the next 10 years. Remind y'all, we in so-called $39 trillion worth of deficits, even though we got the tariffs, even though, you got people paying $10 million for gold tickets to come over here, and just all of the stuff, the extra taxes, blah, 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 right? So all the cutting of the Medicaid, the cutting of the WIC, the cutting of the Medicare, cutting of the Social Security, all of that, we're still like 39 trillion. Okay. In debt. All right. But let's keep it moving, right? Just so that you know how truthful of the things that you're hearing. Okay. And then, oh yeah, all their demands, right, got to be met within the next 30 days. So I'm just thinking that the leader that we have in office is not that humble, kind of prideful, and, kind of like, like to puff that chest up, baby. So I don't know if he's going to meet those demands. And here's the thingamatiz. And like I say, I'll get into it in my Patreon because I want to show you the actual, factual. I want to show you the clips. But then they're saying, oh, yeah, oil could go up to like $200 a barrel, possibly $400 a barrel. So we're talking about $15 to $20 a gallon for the gas. Oh, and let's not talk about the people that's actually filling up on gas now, saying they don't even smell like gas. And even though they paying almost $100 for a tank worth of gas nowadays, that it ain't going far. Okay, so that's watered down. Okay, that ain't the real deal, Holyfield. So where you getting this gas from? But like I said, we'll talk about all that over there. I'm just giving y'all a little real quick synopsis because the thing about it is food is about to be affected because the fertilizer and stuff comes from over there. So like the farmers, they're also warning, if you're looking at news and other spaces, right? Because you're being censored over here. But they're saying, hey, listen, we ain't got no way to get the further to the lizer, right? To, get the crops going. So, it's just reminding me of certain scriptures in the Bible, of how the Most High Yah has warned us and told us, that war was coming. Pestilence is coming. Oh, and the famine. Yeah, the one that I still prophecies about. Yeah. I still a lot of prophecies, by the way. So I'm being attacked just to let y'all know. I still prophecies from all the way 2007. I've been told things, but now I'm being told that I'm still in prophecies from people. Okay, let's just. So this is yet another stolen prophecy that I had back in 2021, right? Where basically I saw the famine not only in dreams, because I was given the dream of Joseph. I was given the dream of, and by the way, people steal my stuff. Y'all, if I gave y'all the names of the people who stole my stuff, okay? And I got proof. And I got proof because if I unlock the videos that I have hidden, you would see the times, the dates, the hours. Yeah. And then you'll see when there's times, dates, and hours. But who cares about that? I don't care. I just care that the Most High know what's going on, because see, vengeance is mine, thus says the Lord. I don't need to worry about those things. I got other stuff that I need to be on about my Father's business. Okay? That's right. I'm occupying until he come. And yeah, there's a rapture. Yes, it is. So we occupying and doing what we got to do on the battlefield, even though it's some soldiers out there that might look like you, but baby, trust me, they just like the spies that's in our army, right? They're not really of you. No, they're not of you. But anyways, let's bring it back to this famine. So could this be the reason why the famine is about to... I'm just asking questions because I didn't get this information until 2021. And, it's just sounding real creep. Like, because what if they don't get a fertilizer and then they can't plant the crops for this year? So that means next year we won't have, fruits and veggies and certain things, right? I mean, I'm just saying, what if... our leader don't make a deal with these people, and be the peacemaker and make the deal that, with these people in Iran. And yeah, what if we don't pay the $800 billion? I'm asking questions. Could this be what causes the famine that I have dreams about? I've had visions about. I've had messages about. Could this be it? I don't know. But I did do a whole preparation. Told you guys how to prep throughout the years, and we'll be making another video on that. Once again, I'm gonna do a preparation video. Back to the walkie-talkies. And I know y'all think I'm crazy, but God told me that even stuff like my computer, I needed to protect my computer. I needed to be able... Bicycles, your cars ain't gonna be working, right? I think it's gonna be an EMP thing. He didn't tell me that, but the things he were telling me that we need to get, I feel like it's going to be an EMP situation. All right. I'm also going to be reposting stuff that I did a long time ago. I'm going to repost it, actually title it correctly. And some of it I'm going to have to put on Patreon because of copyright reasons. But like the blackout, right, that's coming, which is going to have an effect on the famine as well. Yeah. Remember that Super Bowl about 5 to 7 years ago? With Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, yeah. Remember that blackout? 50 Cent, Eminem, Mary J. Blige. I told y'all then, that was the blackout. That's the big one. That's when they shutting the USA down. They shutting it down. So what, you going to be stuck like Chuck, right? But we're going to do that video. Like I say, either here, a little bit on here, but most of it on Patreon, because I got to show you stuff. I got to prove some things to you, show some things to you, all of the things. I like to use scriptures. I also use the tools of the world. Okay. So yeah, we're going to get into some things because, Satan is a narcissist and his children are narcissists, and they tell you what they're doing ahead of time. Not only that, but they do it because they have to warn their friends. Hint, hint, friends. And the movie Leave the World Behind, which I'm going to go on ahead and do I'm going to do a breakdown on that. But remember how Friends, the little girl wanted to see Friends so bad, and people's like, what does that mean? What does that mean? Leave the world behind. This is the message, the code I'm giving to my friends, my rich, elite, billionaire buddies that can afford to make bunkers like Rose was able to find at the end of the movie, because you folks living from paycheck to paycheck, you can't do that. Let's keep it a buck. This is it. This is the last episode, friends. But anyways, we'll talk about that in another one. But I just want to know what Iran and Israel and everything going on right now with the gas. They're not wanting to trade with our monies anymore, so it's going to devalue the money. There goes the prophecy that the Most High gave me about the economy collapsing, when he told me about the depression was going to be worse than the Great Depression of the 30s. I'm going to talk about that in another one. But anyways, what do you think in the comment section below? Do you think that this is going to help bring on the famine. And if you've had dreams, if you have visions, if you have words about this, put it down in the comment section below. Please share. That's it. That's all. I'm out. Oh, and if you want to check out my links, you know what I'm saying? If you want to support the ministry, if you want to get the book, which I'm telling you, if you don't already hear from the Most High Yah, if you don't see what's going on, if you want to see what's going on, if you want him to reveal the secret things to you, get this book. If you want to hear his voice so that you don't get caught up and go before your time. I ain't trying to cause no fear, but that's what he told me. People ain't going to make it without hearing his voice. That's why he had me write the book. Then go on ahead down in the links down below, and you can buy my book off of Amazon, or you can get the PDF off of my Patreon. All right. So you can get the digital, or you can get the physical. All right. Now some other cool sources over there. And if you want to help us out, if you just feel like, hey, I might want to donate $1 or $2, you can do that or not. It's on you. I've been warning and shouting. And I'm going to continue to warn. I'm going to continue to shout. I don't care who's upset about it. Be upset. Be upset in your little heart. You're going to have to deal with that with the Most High Yah. All right. So that's it. That's all for this video. All right. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace, shalom. And I pray that you'll be able to escape the things to come. I'm out.